Virgo. Um, so, okay, I need to pause here for a second because what I'm feeling right now, what I'm picking up on in your energy, it's making my heart race. It's making me emotional. And I'm sitting here and oh, my hands are literally shaking because this is big. This is really, really big. And before I even get into what this is, before I explain what I mean by I've never seen anything like this, I just need you to know that I see you. I see how hard you've been working. I see how much you've been healing. I see how exhausted you are from trying to hold it all together. And sometimes you feel invisible. Sometimes you feel like nobody notices the effort you're putting in, the growth you're experiencing, the way you're showing up differently now, and I'm here to tell you that's not true. That's so not true. Spirit sees you, I see you. Everyone in this Virgo family sees you, and we're in awe. We're honestly in awe of your resilience, of your commitment to yourself, of your refusal to give up, even when it would be so easy to just quit, to just say, forget it. It's not worth it. And I'm getting choked up just thinking about it because I read your comments. I read every single one. And sometimes I'm up at like 3 a.m. just scrolling and crying, literally crying because you guys are so brave, so vulnerable, so real about your struggles and your victories. And that that takes courage that most people don't have. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for trusting me with your stories. Thank you for the likes, the subscriptions, the comments. Thank you for showing up for yourself even when it's hard. Um, okay, so this is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what's yours and what's not. And before anyone starts thinking I'm about to predict something, before anyone expects me to tell you who's coming or when they're showing up, let me stop you right there because that's not what this is. That's not what we do on this channel. We don't do predictions. We don't talk about the future. We don't make promises about what's going to happen tomorrow or next week or next month. What we do is we look at now. We look at what's happening inside you right now. We look at the energy you're carrying right now. We look at how you've transformed and how that transformation is changing everything about what you're attracting, what you're allowing, what you're available for. So if you came here for a prediction, you're in the wrong place. But if you came here to understand yourself better, to see your own power, to recognize your own growth, then buckle up because what I'm about to tell you, what I'm seeing in your energy, it's going to blow your mind. So this title, I've never seen anything like this energy. And look, I need to be real with you right now. I need to tell you the truth about what I'm actually seeing because when I say I've never seen anything like this, I'm not talking about some person out there. I'm not talking about someone coming into your life. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about what's happening inside you right now. And Virgo, I've been doing this for years. I've been reading energy for so long. And what I'm picking up on in your field right now, in your vibration, in the way you're showing up, it's different. It's completely different from anything I've seen before. And here's why. Here's what's happening. You're coming into your power in a way that's so strong, so undeniable, so magnetic that it's almost scary. Like you're stepping into this version of yourself that you've been afraid of, that you've been running from, that you've been told is too much, too intense, too powerful. And instead of shrinking, instead of dimming yourself, instead of apologizing for it, you're owning it, you're claiming it. You're saying, yes, this is me, this is who I am, take it or leave it. And the reason I'm saying I've never seen anything like this is because most people, when they start to feel this kind of power, this kind of energy, this kind of magnetic pull, they get scared, they sabotage it, they convince themselves they're being arrogant or unrealistic or setting themselves up for disappointment, and they shrink back. They go back to playing small, they go back to being manageable. But you're not doing that. You're leaning into it, you're embracing it, you're letting yourself be big, big for the first time maybe ever. And that is what I've never seen before. That level of courage, that level of self-trust, that level of I don't care what anyone thinks, I know who I am energy. My throat is so tight right now, like I can barely swallow because this energy is so intense. Okay, so let me talk about this. Someone is coming, very strong part, because I know that's what the title says, and I know that's what people expect me to talk about. But Virgo, I need to flip this. I need to reframe this completely because the someone who's coming very strong, it's not an external person. It's you. You're the one coming strong. You're the one showing up differently. You're the one who stopped playing games, stopped accepting crumbs, stopped settling for less than you deserve. And that energy, that shift in how you're showing up, it's so powerful, so palpable, so undeniable that it's changing everything around you. Because here's the thing. Here's what I learned back in 2015 when I went through my own transformation. When you change your energy, when you really, really change it at the core level, not just surface stuff, but deep, deep internal shifts, the world around you has to reorganize. It has to respond. It has to match your new frequency. And sometimes that looks like new people showing up. Sometimes that looks like old people stepping up. Sometimes that looks like opportunities appearing. But always, always, it starts with you. It starts with you coming strong, with you showing up differently, with you refusing to accept what you used to tolerate. And Virgo, that's what's happening right now. You're coming strong, and the universe is scrambling to match that energy. And the advice here, the real developmental work, is to not give your power away by waiting for someone else to validate this shift, by waiting for external proof that you've changed, by waiting for someone to notice and reward your growth. Because Virgo, your growth is its own reward. Your transformation is its own evidence. Your power is its own validation. And the moment you stop looking outside yourself for confirmation, the moment you stop needing someone else to see you in order to know you're worthy, that's when everything shifts. Wait, let me talk about what this strong energy really means, because I feel like there's confusion. Like people think strong means aggressive or hard or closed off, but that's not it. That's not what I'm seeing in your energy at all. What I'm seeing is a different kind of strong. It's the strong that comes from being soft, from being vulnerable, from being open while still maintaining your boundaries. And Virgo, that's rare. That's so, so rare because most people think they have to choose. They think they're either soft and vulnerable, which means weak, or they're strong and boundaried, which means hard, but you're doing both. You're being both. You're showing up with an open heart and clear standards. And that is the most powerful combination there is. And this is where I need to give you some real talk, some sister to sister truth, because when you start showing up like this, when you start being strong in this soft, powerful way, not everyone is going to get it. Not everyone is going to appreciate it. Some people, especially people who benefited from your old energy, from you being small and manageable and easy, they're going to be uncomfortable. They're going to push back. They're going to try to make you feel like you're doing something wrong. And Virgo, you need to be ready for that. You need to understand that their discomfort is not your problem. Their resistance is not a sign you need to change. It's actually confirmation that you're doing exactly what you need to do. So the advice, the psychological work you need to do here is to stay strong when people try to make you small again, to hold your ground when people try to guilt you back into your old patterns, to trust yourself when people try to convince you you're being too much, too demanding, too difficult, because Virgo, you're not too much. You've never been too much. You've been exactly right. And the people who can't handle you, the people who want you dimmed, the people who need you small, those are the weirdos who need to kick rocks. Those are the losers on the ground who don't deserve access to this version of you. Okay, so let me talk about what happens when you come this strong, what shifts in your life when you show up with this kind of energy. And honestly, what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, it's that everything becomes clearer, everything becomes more honest, everything becomes more real, because when you're showing up authentically, when you're showing up powerfully, when you're showing up as your true self, you stop attracting people and situations that require you to perform. You stop attracting people who need you to be someone you're not. You stop attracting dynamics that drain you, and you start being available for reciprocity, for authenticity, for real connection. And the real understanding you need to have is that this isn't magic. This isn't manifestation. This isn't some woo-woo thing where you think positive thoughts and good things appear. No. This is psychology. This is energy. This is you changing your tolerance level, changing your standards, changing what you accept. And when you do that, when you really do that, you automatically filter out what doesn't match. You automatically become unavailable for what used to hook you. You automatically step into a different level of experience. And Virgo, you're doing that right now. You're in the middle of that shift right now, and it might not feel dramatic. It might not look like some big transformation moment, but it is. It's happening. It's real. Wait, my head is pounding, which always happens when I'm channeling really intense energy. I need to drink some water. Okay, so what I was saying is that you're in this shift. And the reason I've never seen anything like this, the reason this energy is so unique, it's because you're not just changing your behavior. You're not just setting boundaries. You're not just saying no to what doesn't serve you. You're changing your identity. You're changing who you believe yourself to be at the core level, and that is permanent. That is irreversible. That is the kind of change that you can't go back from even if you wanted to. Because here's the thing, Virgo. Here's what nobody tells you about real transformation, about real growth. Once you see yourself clearly, once you know your worth, once you experience what it feels like to honor yourself, to respect yourself, to love yourself, you can't unknow it. You can't unsee it. You can't go back to accepting less because it physically hurts. It makes you sick. It feels wrong in your body, and that's not a bad thing. That's actually the best thing because it means you've upgraded. It means your nervous system has recalibrated. It means your baseline for what's acceptable has shifted. And Virgo, that's what I'm seeing in your energy. That permanent shift, that irreversible transformation. And I'm telling you this from experience from 2020 when I had my own moment of no return, when I finally saw myself clearly and realized I'd been accepting scraps, I'd been tolerating disrespect, I'd been making myself small to make other people comfortable. And once I saw it, once I really saw it, I couldn't go back. I literally tried to go back to my old patterns because they were familiar, because they felt safe, because at least I knew what to expect, but my body wouldn't let me, my spirit wouldn't let me. Something inside me had shifted so fundamentally that going backwards wasn't even an option anymore. So the developmental work, the real growth here is to trust this shift, to honor this transformation, to let yourself be different even when it feels scary, even when it feels lonely, even when it feels like you're leaving parts of yourself behind. Because, Virgo, you're not leaving yourself behind. You're actually coming home. You're actually becoming who you've always been underneath all the conditioning, all the people pleasing, all the making yourself small. And that person, that authentic you, she's powerful, she's magnetic, she's strong, and she doesn't need anyone's permission to exist. Okay, so here's what I need you to do, what I need you to commit to right now. I need you to comment below, just type I am enough as I am, just those 5 words, because I want you to claim it. I want you to stop waiting for someone else to validate you. Stop waiting for external proof that you've changed. Stop waiting for permission to be powerful. And when you type it, I want you to really feel it. Feel the resistance. Feel the fear. Feel the part of you that wants to add a but or a however or a when. I fix this one thing, and don't qualify it. Don't diminish it. Just say it. I am enough as I am. And look, being enough as you are doesn't mean you stop growing, doesn't mean you stop evolving, doesn't mean you stop working on yourself. It just means you stop making your worthiness conditional. You stop putting your life on hold until you're perfect. You stop treating yourself like a project that needs to be completed before you deserve love, respect, good things. And Virgo, you've been doing that. You've been waiting, you've been preparing, you've been fixing yourself, and it needs to stop. It needs to stop right now because you're enough. You've always been enough. You were enough before you started healing. You were enough when you were broken. You were enough when you were lost, and you're definitely enough now. So stay magic, Virgo. Stay in this powerful energy. Keep coming strong. Keep showing up authentically. Keep refusing to dim yourself for anyone, and remember, the someone who's coming very strong, it's you. It's always been you. You're the one you've been waiting for. You're the one who changes everything. And when you really, really own that, when you stop looking outside yourself for what's already inside you, that's when you become unstoppable. That's when you become magnetic. That's when you step into this version of yourself that I've never seen before. This version that's so powerful, so authentic, so unapologetically you that the whole universe has to reorganize itself to match your energy.